Welcome back to Quiz Poppy. Are you ready for another exciting challenge? How good is your general knowledge? 50 questions, 10 seconds each. Let's get started. What's the capital of France? Is it Berlin, Paris, or Rome? The correct answer is Paris. How many continents are there? Are there 6, 5, or 7? And the answer, 7 continents? Who wrote Romeo and Juliet? Was it Charles Dickens, William Shakespeare, or Jane Austen? That's right, William Shakespeare. What gas do plants absorb during photosynthesis? Is it nitrogen, oxygen, or carbon dioxide? Correct, it's carbon dioxide. What's the largest mammal in the world? Is it blue whale, giraffe, or elephant? The largest mammal is the blue whale. Who painted the Mona Lisa? Was it Van Gogh, Picasso, or Leonardo da Vinci? Leonardo da Vinci, of course. What's the hardest natural substance? Is it iron, diamond, or gold? Diamond takes the crown here. Which planet is known as the red planet? Is it Mars, Saturn, or Jupiter? The red planet is Mars. How many colors are in a rainbow? Are there 5, 8, or 7? A rainbow has 7 colors. What's the tallest mountain in the world? Is it Mount Everest, K2, or Mount Kilimanjaro? Mount Everest stands the tallest. Who invented the telephone? Was it Nikola Tesla, Thomas Edison, or Alexander Graham Bell? Alexander Graham Bell invented it. What's the largest ocean on Earth? Is it Indian, Pacific, or Atlantic? The Pacific Ocean, indeed. What language is spoken in Brazil? Is it Spanish, Portuguese, or French? They speak Portuguese in Brazil. What is the boiling point of water in Celsius? Is it 90, 80, or 100? Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Who is known as the father of computers? Is it Charles Babbage, Albert Einstein, or Isaac Newton? Yes, it's Charles Babbage. What's the main ingredient in sushi rice? Is it rice, seaweed, or fish? The main ingredient is rice. Which animal is known as the king of the jungle? Is it tiger, elephant, or lion? The lion is the king of the jungle. In which city is the Colosseum located? Is it Athens, Rome, or Istanbul? The Colosseum is in Rome. Who wrote Hamlet? Was it Jane Austen, William Shakespeare, or Mark Twain? The playwright is William Shakespeare. What's the currency of Japan? Is it won, yuan, or yen? In Japan, they use the yen. What's the chemical symbol for gold? Is it Fe, Ag, or Au? Gold symbol is AU. Which country is the Louvre Museum located? Is it France, Spain, or Italy? The Louvre is in France? What is the largest desert in the world? Is it Sahara, Gobi, or Arabian? The Sahara is the largest desert. Who discovered penicillin? Was it Alexander Fleming, Marie Curie, or Louis Pasteur? Penicillin was discovered by Alexander Fleming. What's the smallest country in the world? Is it San Marino, Vatican City, or Monaco? Vatican City takes the title. What's the capital of Australia? Is it Melbourne, Canberra, or Sydney? Canberra is Australia's capital. Which organ purifies blood in the human body? Is it liver, heart, or kidney? The liver purifies blood. Who is the author of Pride and Prejudice? Is it Charlotte Bronte, Virginia Woolf, or Jane Austen? Jane Austen wrote Pride and Prejudice. How many hearts does an octopus have? Are there 2, 1, or 3? An octopus has 3 hearts. What element does O represent on the periodic table? Is it ozone, osmium, or oxygen? O is for oxygen. In which continent is the Sahara Desert located? Is it Australia, Asia, or Africa? The Sahara is in Africa. What's the longest river in the world? Is it Nile, Yangtze, or Amazon? The Nile is the longest river. Who was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize? Was it Marie Curie, Mother Teresa, or Malala Yousafzai? Marie Curie was the first. What is the capital of Egypt? Is it Luxor, Alexandria, or Cairo? Cairo is the capital of Egypt. Who is known as the Lady with the Lamp? Is it Clara Barton, Florence Nightingale, or Joan of Arc? That's Florence Nightingale. Phobos and Deimos are moons of which planet? Is it Saturn, Jupiter, or Mars? They orbit Mars. In what year did the Titanic sink? Was it 1910, 1914, or 1912? The Titanic sank in 1912. Who composed the Four Seasons? Was it Vivaldi, Mozart, or Beethoven? Vivaldi composed the Four Seasons. What's the scientific name for the Northern Lights? Is it solar flares, aurora borealis, or aurora australis? That would be the aurora borealis. Who is the inventor of the World Wide Web? Is it Bill Gates, Tim Berners-Lee, or Steve Jobs? Tim Berners-Lee invented it. What is the capital of Brazil? Is it Brasilia, São Paulo, or Rio de Janeiro? Brasilia is the capital. Who was the first person to walk on the moon? Was it Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, or Yuri Gagarin? Neil Armstrong was the first. What is the powerhouse of the cell? Is it nucleus, mitochondria, or ribosome? That's the mitochondria. Which element is diamond primarily made of? Is it silicon, oxygen, or carbon? Diamond is mostly carbon. What is the study of mushrooms called? Is it botany, mycology, or ecology? It's known as mycology. Who was the first female Prime Minister of the United Kingdom? Was it Margaret Thatcher, Theresa May, or Indira Gandhi? Margaret Thatcher was the first. In which year did World War I begin? Was it 1914, 1916, or 1912? World War I began in 1914. What is the capital of New Zealand? Is it Wellington, Christchurch, or Auckland? Wellington is the capital. What is the fear of spiders known as? Is it claustrophobia, acrophobia, or arachnophobia? That's arachnophobia. What? Who painted the Starry Night? Was it Van Gogh, Picasso, or Monet? Starry Night was painted by Van Gogh. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy this video. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more quizzes and challenges. And don't forget to check out my other videos. Also, be sure to share your score in the comments below. I'd love to see how you did.